Hello there. Today I'm going to be reacting and breaking down Hell March from Command and Conquer. Boom! Yeah, this is definitely the remastered version. Or the re-recorded version, to be fair. This is a remake of the music. Not the game, but the music, I think. God, production sounds fantastic. Just in that pocket in the drums, mate. Oh! The guitars sound so crunchy. Oh, wait. I have played Red Alert, both the original and the remaster, and the difference in between the original track and this one is substantial. And you know, I've noticed something interesting in video game soundtracks specifically. Oftentimes when they get remade, they sound way better, of course, I mean, naturally, but the nostalgia doesn't overcome, you know, the quality of this new presentation of the track, because it's exactly the same track, but it's better produced to the standards of nowadays technology and, you know, production standards. Because I know that nostalgia is a huge factor into appreciating these songs. You have engraved those songs in a way in your mind because they play over and over again when you play the games. That when something new is brought up, you can have the feeling that, okay, it's not the same. You know, I don't have the same feeling when I hear the other one, because of course, when you were hearing the previous one or the original one, you were having those moments playing the game, so you can't really evaluate a remake of a video game song based on that premise. I think you have to compartmentalize or separate both things. But in my case, sometimes that doesn't even matter, the nostalgia, because they are so well made. And this is one of the cases in which I would say that the remake is way better than the original track. Now, for context, I know many people in my audience might not know what this is because some wasn't even born yet. But Command & Conquer was one of the most important IPs in the real-time strategy genre for more than 10 years, I think. A genre that ruled the PC gaming world for a long time and now still endures, but in a very niche way. Most RTS games have something in common, is that the music actually plays like you were playing a playlist on Spotify. You will have non-adaptive songs themed for each faction that will play one after another. And I think this kind of approach is taken since RTS games are extremely dynamic. You know, there's a lot of things happening, and if you were to have an adaptive approach, meaning the music changes depending on what is happening in the gameplay, it will be too jumbled. Nevertheless, perhaps there's RTS games that have had that kind of music implementation and made it work, although I can't remember any right now. In this game, we have two factions, the Allies and the Soviets, the good old mortal enemies of the Cold War. Caveat here is that in this fictitious world, the war is very much hot, and both sides are at total war. By the way, if you made it this far, thank you so much. So while you're at it, why don't you ally yourself with that like button to wage this war? Oh, and the dead notes, that's so 90s grunge. It was Red Alert release. It was like 96 or something. Grunge was still a thing, but it was starting to fade away into other things that we will talk about in the breakdown. Mate, this song remade sounds amazing. Ooh. Wa-na-na-na. That bluesy thing, chromatic bluesy thing. Now the song renders itself pretty much to its title, Hell March. We have martial elements in the march sample and a commanding officer kind of shouting orders in the back. As for the music, it's pretty straightforward, mid-tempo, aggressive metal track, mids, with some brushes of grunge, maybe a little, just a tiny little bit of grunge, doing those rhythmic death notes in the guitar. We have to remember that rock music ruled the world back then. In 1996, grunge was starting to wane, just only to give way to alternative rock, alternative metal, and eventually post-grunge and new metal will take over, as well as punk rock and power pop music. 1996 was a transitional period, I would say, yet in this particular case, we can hear this song is really clear on its identity. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and check this other reaction that I did, alright? I'll see you there.